the legal team, Geek Sensei, Raven, Sam, Mr. Blitzstick. You three, man. Yeah. You man are bad.
We are live. Guys, I'm Jay, one third of the Cyber Nerds.
I'm Sam, Mr. Blitztech.
And today we're watching the Hogwarts Legacy Showcase. Listen, it's been highly requested that we watch this. The thing is, look. We was going to watch it anyway, but with the way games are shelling us right now,
Jeez.
it's like, you know what I'm saying? You got to put
Holy Father, sorry.
Oh, Father. That's that. You got to put everything in line in it, so we're out here, man. But listen, if you haven't already and you want to make sure that we are reacting and watching the videos that you want, head over to patreon.com/The Cyber Nerds Gaming. Get me. And there you can put in your request for any content that you want us to react to on here on the gaming channel. Also, make sure you're subscribing to the channel, hitting the thumbs up, and pressing the notification bell to get notified every time we drop a banger. Now, let's get into this presentation, please. Because I'm ready for another lesson at Hogwarts.
Jeez.
Please.
Love it. Let's go.
Hey, what's good, fam? If you enjoyed this video, check out our TCN community where you will get private Discord access to join us in chatting about all things movies and trailers, participating in our debates, and even submit your requests on which ones we watch. You also get access to our full movies, animes, and series reactions, so don't miss out. The link to join the community will be pinned comment.
Oh. Just want to see what they got for us
I'm
today.
bugging, I'm sorry, man.
What's going on here?
I gotta get my wand, bro.
You know what?
I gotta get my... I'm bugging. Elder wand in tow, fam.
Man wants to get his one, you know?
Bruv,
Alright,
mess with me.
let's go.
Mess with me.
Wait. This war's about to be mad still.
This is like the God of War conversation with Thor, where man put the hammer on the table. Look, the elder one's there, bro. Just know what time it is.
Bro. This is about to be so sick.
Bruv. I've been looking for a game to just take away
What's
my
up,
hours.
everybody? Welcome to the first Hogwarts Legacy gameplay stream. I'm Chandler Wood, community manager here at Avalanche
Wagwan
Software,
Chandler.
and we've got a lot of really exciting stuff to show you today. But before we get into showing you the game and gameplay, I have a few wonderful guests that I need to introduce you to. First up, we have our community guest host. He brings you the latest and greatest in Hogwarts Legacy content. He's the local Merlin conspiracy theorist. One half of Expecto Go, James Whitehead.
Thank you.
Come on, James.
yeah.
Well done, James. Let's go, James.
I'm James Whitehead of Expecto Go, bringing you guys the latest and greatest in Hogwarts Legacy content. And I am one half of Expecto Go, the other half, my wife Sue, represents that other half. So I'm excited to be here, and thank you, Avalanche Software, for inviting me. I cannot wait to go over this gameplay. I just got to say that.
Welcome, thank you for being here. And we've got two people from the studio, just two of the many people bringing this thing together, the magic of Hogwarts Legacy. Game director, Alan Tu.
Come on.
And
Come on.
environment artist and Hogwarts expert, Boston.
Is it? Expert, you know.
Thank you for taking
Senior
time
artist
out of
and
your
that.
very busy schedules right now to sit down with us to help us show everybody gameplay. So what we're going to be showing you today, first,
I might have to get the sword of
character
Gryffindor,
creator,
you know.
because
just seeing it at the back there,
it's
I'm
your
like,
legacy,
nah, my...
and you have to create yourself. when you
Just
get
gonna hang on
into
his
Bruv,
That I'd have saved us.
So I'm
Bum.
going to show you that character creator.
That would be
Then we're going to
magic,
dive
though.
into a tour of Hogwarts, and it is
Character
just a
creator.
small tour of
Oh, yeah,
Hogwarts,
I can't wait for them to go in with
Hogwarts is
that.
huge.
Hogwarts
Hogwarts is really big.
I need it all.
So we're going to be showing you a little bit, but it's still a lot. So, and finally, ending up with combat. A little taste of combat, a little taste of how all that works.
Let's go, let's
just
go.
a little taste, yeah.
go.
Combat's gonna be so legit
Excited
in
to
this
get
game.
there. But again, first and foremost, we need to get into this character creator. And James, with you here, we wanted to let you create this character. So, Andrew, who is going to be doing all of our gameplay capture today, is going to be handing you the controller.
Oh my gosh. All right, I won't break anything. All right, so
Lucky
what are we looking at
guy.
here on this screen?
These are your presets. So a lot like other games, there's some initial settings that you can choose for your character that just kind of get them into like the ballpark of what you
there's
want
loads.
to be, who
He's
you
not
want to
been
be,
going
and what you
stupid
want
with
to
this,
change.
bro.
Oh man.
And then once you're in that ballpark, all the other tabs let you dial that in.
I'm loving
to
the
be exactly who you
jacket
want
and
to
stuff
be.
already.
Our goal
Even though I know
with
you,
this is to make
hopefully you
sure
can get
for
back to that,
anyone
but
fantasize
I'm
about
liking
bringing
that look.
themselves
You've
to
not
the
got to tell
school
me
for
about
very
the
first
trench
time,
coat,
that
fam.
they feel like they have the option
Trust
to
me.
represent who they are and essentially
Trying to
bring
have
themselves
every
to Hogwarts or
variation
whatever
of that thing,
character
fam.
they want to bring to Hogwarts.
Oh my god, and options
Come on.
galore.
Nickel salmon,
Do
that.
you mind if I try to put myself in here right quick?
It's all about you
Okay,
today.
okay. All right. So
We know where his guy is.
okay,
Come
yeah,
on.
That's me. We're here. That's me right there.
And there's more as well.
That's step one.
We're
So,
pretty
I
close.
like
Let's
that. The sliders,
let's look at- let's
it's
look
more
at
than, it's
it.
like
Okay,
75% of the way
Let's
down.
play around with some of these
But I guess they don't want to show us
options.
everything.
all right, so
I mean, he's only
looking at
presets
with
as well,
this
so
option
I'm
over
here for
with
the fade
tab, I
still.
see face
This
stuff.
is
Yeah, so all the
mad.
different faces that you saw in the previous screen, all those faces are choices that you have here. So you can
And the
now
skin
you're just kind
tone's
of
got
getting
what?
into the details.
5,
Face shape
6
and
shades
skin
past
color. And then because we knew
That
a lot
must
of
be
people
like
going right
20?
and they're going to want it right away, even
Yeah.
though it's an option later.
20
in the game,
shades?
Yeah.
you can collect
Go all
different
the way
types
to
of
the end, all the
glasses
way to the
for
end. Come on,
later.
come
We
on.
give you some options right up front
Oh!
if you want to have glasses for your character.
Oh man. Oh my gosh. Look at the structure of the faces with this.
Love it.
Wow,
You're barely
you
going to
guys
see the same
thought of
person twice.
Hopefully.
I like that. I don't think my face is that skinny, but I think we'll go with that. I think we'll go that route. And down
I
here.
love you. You have
is
the
this-
glasses
Yep.
as well.
Those are your glasses.
Oi! Yes,
so
yeah,
we
I'm getting
started-
those
we
ones
could go
still.
ahead
I want the Mad Eye.
Oh man.
Badungus.
This is just some of the options, I'm assuming.
The circle.
So
Firstly, I
through
need
the
the
game,
Harry
there's a
ones
lot-
as well.
there's
I'm
a
still
lot
got
of
to start with the
different,
circles.
options that
But
you keep unlocking.
Okay.
do you think you
So
could get the
there's part of color
Mandangus?
for the
You see how he's got his eye
character,
replaced?
there's
Fam,
different
please,
classes,
please.
there's
I'm
different
asking for too much, I
all
know.
kinds of things over the course of the game.
My account's all Victorian era though.
Yeah.
Hopefully we get more glasses though. I want
Yeah,
more
shaders,
variations. That's
Oh
it.
my
Take
God.
all of that.
So now, we can go.
Look at the hair texture already.
Here.
Jeez!
Nah, he's
I
moving
spend a
mad.
lot of time here just like dreaming about my different characters.
Tough. Raven's gonna be gassed.
I'm always amazed by whenever I see any aspects of Hogwarts Legacy's character creator is just the texture. And like you even adding the bounce with the hair moving around. Yo, that kind of looks like Hermione a little bit.
Royalty, full-headed hair.
I'm not afraid of. And we can just go.
Definitely
can I
don't
go
look like
like
Hermione,
Tonks
bro.
Purple or green a little bit?
Oh, there's even colors as well. Oh, they got mad with it.
Yo.
Got Jerry kills as well.
Cool. Oh,
That's
I like
crazy.
that. That is cute.
Go on, select it. Oh, he skipped it.
Okay, so little
Dreads.
behind the scenes. I
Dreads
used
look
to
tough
have
still.
this type of hair like way back, but
was it purple?
I wanted silver tips, so that was the closest I got to any color. But oh my gosh, this is so cool. So you literally
Oh,
can
for the
bring
Jericho,
yourself, like,
Jerichos.
it's
You
a
got the little
myriad
twist. There
of
you go.
textures and different hairstyles here. All right, so now you're getting over
God
here to
damn, this is
play
mad.
around with some of the.
These are more subtle options. We've
Okay.
got freckles,
Right, there's complexion
moles,
stuff.
What?
different things like when it comes to your complexion, like darker eyes, maybe like some shading on the cheeks.
Oh man.
I'm getting me some
You guys
freckles.
literally thought of
No,
it.
I need that werewolf
With
claw
this.
across the face.
I do have a bit of fun.
What,
with
the
that.
one in
And
the
then
top
scars
left,
are,
top right, sorry.
One of those
Yeah.
options where, Harry had his own unique scar, but you can kind
God
of
damn!
scar options.
Yeah. Oh wow.
I'm about to be
Look at
babyface. I don't
that.
need no scars.
Nah, I need the werewolf scar. This one here?
Yeah. Oh, he
Click on
skipped it!
The eyebrow scars.
Yeah.
You don't like no kind of animal
Yeah.
scars on
Bro,
that, bro.
anything up? Oh, there's the Kylo Ren.
Kind of just like tough. But anyway. So that
That's
was
tough
over
still.
here.
That's not bad.
Oh man. This.
Eye color, yes.
guys, This is so sick.
Give me some red eyes. Give me the Sharon
Again,
gun.
getting more subtle.
Bro, I would've
here,
loved if you could
really,
change
like,
one,
dialing
like,
in that face.
Oh.
Decent colour eye, because then I would have grayed out the eye with the claw over it. Then I don't have to do the Madanga, so I just did my own one.
Features now, just like I kind of.
I still might do something spicy like that with my characters, you know. I'm going in.
But I mean, literally, you have so many options just starting the game. I feel like I'm going to be here.
Ooh, the cuts in the eyebrows.
Yeah.
You man.
Bro, are they?
This is where
Someone
you
from
can
East
bring
London
up
that
your
created this
character.
thing for
Fam,
sure.
100%, bro.
Everything. You're not choosing your house here.
Okay.
That's not yet.
That was a theory.
Oh, it's only two tone
But
voices.
you know,
Oh, you're
here's
gonna
where you
pitch
bring,
it.
you choose voice 1 or voice 2, which is more kind of a masculine or a feminine voice, and then even
Okay,
within that,
then the
changing
pitch.
the pitch,
Okay.
with
the pitch slider.
It's a subtle slider, but
Yeah.
you can hear it,
Concerned about.
That was quite something.
and so you can kind of make out the differences. But yeah, you choose which kind of voice that you want.
That's
Super
still
British.
legit.
Just like your
Yeah.
difficulty
I
here.
love the
For
British.
Today we'll just go normal because
Okay.
Keep it.
Andrew's
Hogwarts
going to
ends.
be taking us through
And
some of the
difficulty
experiences
as
of combat
well.
later.
And we can talk a little more about
Why is
difficulty,
story
with
before
combat
easy?
and how
Bro,
that plays
it's
in.
that mad,
But
it's
I
like-
think the important
you
thing
can't
here is
basically
I
like,
like
die.
that. I like.
for
That's
people who
actually a
aren't
good legit
gamers,
thing. Do you know what I'm
especially,
saying?
Right.
Story
Zelf-
mode is a way to get into this without being worried about like, oh, do I need to be good at games? Like, no, just enjoy this game. It's
No, I like that a lot,
No, it's
bro.
good. I always thought easy was. You
No,
know.
I get you, but at the same time, it
And
makes sense
then,
that story
whether you wanna be
comes
which
before
one.
easy, fam. Like easy is you're
What
trying
do
to
you think?
play.
Character creator, we're good.
I'm good. Let's explore Hogwarts and let's get into some.
He's trying to play. Look at him.
Of using a dev kit, we're gonna be loading up a save a little later in, so that we can show you
tried
more
it.
about Hogwarts and give you that taste of combat. All right, Andrew's
like,
got
damn.
some gameplay pulled up for us here. We are starting out, James. There you are. You're wearing the
I
House
hope they've got.
Fanatic robes.
They didn't
from
go over
the-
like
from
body
the
sizes
Accounting
and stuff
game.
like that. Do you think everyone's
do look good?
body size is
This
gonna be the
our first look
same?
at the Hufflepuff common room. I'm assuming.
They should have went harder with that,
Yeah.
bro. They should have went harder with that, especially
Awesome.
being Harry Potter
Alan,
fan.
what are we seeing right here? With
I'm
the
not gonna
UI?
let them man ride out with that one, fam. You get me?
So right now we know there's been a lot of questions about the HUD because this is the first time we're showing it. So kind of going over it from right to left, on the bottom right is what we call our spell diamond. So those are, everything that you see in it are slottable spells. So we have over 20 slottable spells that you
Okay.
can earn over the course of the game.
Okay.
And,
So they're
and
like
that's
quick
where the
spells.
player can place them and use them and access them very quickly. To the top left of that is you'll see the D-pad, and on the left is an eyeball, and on the right is a bit of a grid.
That's gonna be your Kingdom Hearts
So
menu.
the eyeball is an example of one of, not a slottable spell, but what we call an essential spell. There are certain spells that are used in very specific contexts, or that we just want on the controller at all times, and Revelo is one of those. That's left on the D-pad. On the right on the D-pad is that grid represents where you might slot spells. And so right now, today, we're not going to be going into the spell slotting menu because we feel like there's a lot of spoilers there. You know, like what are all the spells and what can we do?
I would like spoilers, but I understand.
But we do want to make sure there's still some goodies left to share with everyone. And then on the left side, that thing that has the L1 button next to it, that's another thing where we don't want to spoil, but basically that's where you access your tool wheel. So there's a lot of magical tools that you're going to be kind of brewing and growing over the course of the game. And so that's where you would access them rapidly is our tool wheel.
Fam, my
There are
cloak
a few
of
things that I left off
invisibility,
the table on the right.
resurrection
the
stone.
green bar is your health, and basically there's a potion next to it. That's how you might heal. The bar above it, we're keeping a secret for now. I apologize. And all the way on the left is our mini map with a kind of overhead view of where you are currently in your common room that
Jeez,
updates
that-
as you travel through
Did you just move?
Hogwarts and beyond
Yeah,
out into
I
the
mean,
world.
they're in there.
And for those
It's Hogwarts, bro.
I just
fans
didn't
out
think
there
that would be
that
in someone's
aren't a
bedroom,
huge fan of
though.
mini maps because we know they exist.
It's all the
There's
pixels,
also
bro.
options
They-
to
they
remove
all
the mini
move.
map
Oh,
and
cool.
turn on or off different elements of
Okay.
our
Above
HUD.
someone's bed.
Really
it's a bit-
immerse
it's
yourself.
mad.
And we'll go more into the spells as we get into combat, but that's kind of that's what you're seeing there. And this is our HUD.
Also, Andrew's giving us a good look over here. I want to call out. I'm a big fan of the bedside tables in the dormitories.
Crystals and that.
Very nice bedside tables.
They are nice bedside tables.
Yeah.
Attention to detail.
Smooth, man.
Heart of Lore. There we go. All right.
So now we're
And a
walking
Quidditch poster
out
as well.
into-
We really tried making
Is
this
that in the game?
low
Do you know?
ceilinged dorm
Nah, Quidditch is
to
not in
give
the
you
game.
that Badger
Whoa.
Yeah.
sort of
The
feel.
first thing I know is the music.
I really hope they bring it later
Or is
on down the line, man.
amazing.
Really hope.
And I'm calling out here. This is unique music that you're hearing for the Hufflepuff Common Room. Go back to those Common Room videos we released. You'll notice the music's a little bit different, and that is entirely intentional.
We just
Why?
want to welcome you to your common room in every single house, just a little bit differently. You can customize that experience.
Do you know what house you're
Oh
going
my
to?
gosh, that's so awesome.
Probably Ravenclaw.
So I mean, beautiful design. We could spend
I'm really
like
stuck
the entire
between
rest of the stream just in the common room
everything
here
other
and
than
talking
Ravenclaw.
about it, and I'm sure Boston and James could be like just geeking out over it.
All the details come from J.K. Rowling's writings for this common room. The
I want to go
round
Slytherin for
doors,
Paffy
the
tongue.
hanging vines, even the dancing
But-
badgers on the
It's
fireplace.
I feel like Slytherin people always
Yeah.
get a bad rap.
Very
They do.
Which is like elements for each of the houses,
Yeah,
right? Like
Hufflepuff
And
is
can you
earth,
get dark- can you learn
Ravenclaw's
dark
air,
magic?
Gryffindor's fire, and Slytherin's
Like, is
water.
your dark magic
Really,
stat higher
really
because you're
leaned
from
into that
Slytherin
big
house?
color.
Like, you know what I'm saying? I want to know how that stuff
So
affects
it
things.
feels earthy. We've got a little earthen passageway. That's what we were. Hopefully, it should feel very familiar.
Yeah, it does. It does.
But I know you don't want to leave, but we're gonna be leaving.
Thank you. I understand. Whoa, the sound effects though. Like, looking back at the past trailers, it was just music,
Jeez.
but kind of hearing how Hogwarts is now. It's so cool.
Very tactile.
Yeah.
Andrew's going to make use of one of our spells, Revelio.
Use Revelio right here because there's a little magic going
You
on.
notice a little something. Yeah. So
Nice.
these are something that we kind of interchangeably call Revelio pages or lore pages. And you'll notice a bunch of things pop up on the screen.
Yeah.
You see that we got some
XP.
XP for it.
Mhm.
And you can also see that we've advanced something called like a field guide challenge
Okay,
up in the
okay.
corner.
Uh-huh.
So I want to talk about that a little bit. So we had to ask ourselves, what? Eh?
Continue.
So gassed, bro.
It
Maybe
is.
something you may or may not be able to tickle there.
Yeah.
But in our game, we had to answer the question, we're a late fifth year. What does that mean? How do we catch up to the other students?
Okay. Okay.
And so we have an answer to that question, and it's given to you by the staff. So there's something that we call the Wizard's Field Guide that's granted to you early on in the game. And the Wizard's Field Guide is how you actually work on catching up with the other students. So Andrew, if you hit pause for me up here, before we push forward a little bit, you can see in our pause menu, it's got this book theme.
Wow.
That's your Wizard's
Jeez.
Field Guide, and you can see your house kind of crest
in the middle,
overlaid
yeah.
over it.
Okay,
right? And you
okay.
can see that on your level as well. So that the field guide has this magical property of looking out into the world around you. And the reason why it's on loan from the Ministry of Magic and the professors
So
that
cool.
granted it to you as a late fifth year student is because they want it to help you catch up to the other kids. And its magical property is to discover different opportunities to learn and grow all around you.
I love
so the way
when
it works
games
is,
do
as you
that,
discover
bro.
gameplay in the game, it actually recognizes that as a challenge, which is kind of
On the bottom.
locked into there.
Building the
And if you
narrative
go in there,
into the
you'll see
gameplay.
different types
So-
of challenges.
not
that are
enough
combat
games do
challenges,
this,
quest
bro.
challenges,
Wow.
exploration challenges, and you can see field guide pages are on there as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah.
So
1%. We unlocked that one field guide page.
Room of
that entire
requirement,
category is one of the ways
exploration. Bro,
that,
nah,
the book
fam.
itself
This is
kind
tough,
of
bro.
fills out into the school and spills out into the school and kind of hides itself with different types of challenges and different things to do around the school that you're
That is
actually going
so
to
cool.
interact with to help you grow as a wizard and practice your spells. And so that thing that we just saw is not just a field guide challenge and a way to earn
Yeah.
XP. It's also something that that players can use to learn about the school as they're traveling around. They spot these little secret facts and they can kind of play a little bit of a game discovering all of them. And there are over 100 field guide pages just in Hogwarts alone.
Jeez, this is so legit. Oh my gosh.
Circular staircase.
All
to
the
match
ports.
tower.
This game's gonna be so
And I did
huge.
notice the blue flame just ignite right there, which was so cool.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Fast travel points there. House hourglasses. We had to. How much fun was it designing those and putting all
Oh, they're
those in
gorgeous,
there?
but
But
that they're there just like in the books.
Yes.
Right
It's
next
a
to
nod
the
to
Great
lore.
Hall.
it's a nod
Yeah.
to lore. House points is not a core mechanic or system in the
Yeah,
game. It is
we didn't turn it
narratively.
into like a gameplay system, but it's definitely present throughout our narrative. And there are lots of choices where we want to nod to things that aren't necessarily gameplay systems, but
Yeah.
but we nod to them as part of the narrative.
Over to the right
Part of the
there,
wizard
Andrew
world.
was teasing. That's the Great
Great
Hall
Hall.
over
Yeah.
through those doors. Again, we're not going there. He's just kind of like, no.
Cool. Cool.
Revelio.
Here's another collectible page. Just again showing you like just these things around Hogwarts that you
Relative.
can do and pick
My
up.
bad.
and-
Akio.
That's a shot straight from the trailer too. Just that part right there. I recognize
We
that.
might be giving you a little fan service here with callbacks to those. So
And this must be summertime because I noticed these are the summertime windows. These windows will change with the seasons.
Yeah, the detail they put into this is kind of it. I get surprised by it all the time.
That's a
You know that was-
sentient
I know what it
magic
is. It's,
castle.
it's
Yeah.
Gryffindor, bro.
Oh,
It's Gryffindor.
And we're going out. Look at that.
This is where the students would normally kind of congregate, just to kind of chill out, play, meet each other outside the Great Hall before and after meals.
And I love the way that when the castle interconnects to, that it interconnects outside, inside. There are pathways on both sides of things, so you really get a sense of scope to how big this castle is.
And when you see things, like you'll notice a bridge over there, that's a place you can go to and cross. Like everything that you see is a place that you can visit.
Wow.
We tried so.
Everything you
put a
can
lot of
see
effort
is a
into
place
it
you can
really
visit.
alive. Not just with student population, but even just the greenery and stuff. It's Scotland.
Yeah.
And this castle's been here for hundreds of years, so just kind of the moss and all the trees that have overgrown it, and
Oh my gosh.
that landscape, that
This
Scottish.
location might look a little
This
familiar
is
to you.
mad.
I thought I recognized it. I believe
cloud.
this
You see
is
the cloud?
from the Spring ASMR, and yes, so that puzzle right there, that view, Andrew is taking us right back to
I am
that.
going to tell Andrew not to interact with that puzzle and to keep moving on. We can't spoil everything. We can't give you everything, right?
Hogwarts contains a lot of secrets.
Oh my god.
But this is this grand entryway right here coming down into a really kind of central area.
Yeah, we're coming upon the central hall, and we pointed out the greenhouse outside, and we'll notice when we get down there that it's on the right.
This is a big hub of
Star
the
Wars
school.
better come out
It's
in the
a big
summer, bro.
castle, but it is designed.
Yeah,
so
that
you
was summer
shouldn't
or
get
late.
very
'Cause I think the
lost. This is
other one
kind of
came in
a
like
Grand Central
November time, didn't it?
Station.
Or
I think so. It came in
Each
late in the year.
direction, you know,
Couldn't be the same
green over there,
time
so the
again then.
greenhouse
You
is
think
over
so?
there,
I feel like they might try and
Transformation
aim closer
Courtyard,
to
you know,
Star
library
Wars Day
straight
around
ahead.
May
So
or
it's kind
something like that.
Oh shit.
the hub
Oh my
of a
god.
lot of the castle.
Even the color visually, you can just tell, okay, green,
Green, go that
greenhouse,
way.
oh my god.
A lot of it'll be subconscious, but
Yeah.
it'll help you really learn the castle and feel like you know your way around.
That's
Detail
not to
is
say that it's easy to
crazy.
learn. All of us here still get pretty lost in it
It
on a
is a
daily
castle.
basis.
It
It's a
is.
castle. It's a,
Great point.
Mother fudging
Andrew's,
huge.
definitely teasing a lot of things here. I'm noticing he's swinging the camera this way and that.
Yeah.
He's got this grin on his face over there that's just like, yeah, I know what
That
I'm
statue
doing. I know
is
what I'm
from the reveal trailer. There's that dragon. Oh my
This
god.
is another location where the students will gather, you know, and just kind of chill out.
And an opportunity to talk to somebody, get a
Yeah.
quest giver here.
Is everything all right?
Yes, I'm sorry. I'm Nellie, by the way. I'm just so excited that the Daedalian keys are back.
The what keys?
The Daedalian keys. Surely you've seen them flying about. Rumour is that a former headmistress, Professor Moll, conjured them to protect the contents of certain
This
locked
is mad.
cabinets years
The
ago.
lip syncing's a bit crazy,
Professor
isn't it?
Black couldn't be
But it's
bothered
like
to
when you're using
disenchant
these kind of
the
models,
keys,
it's always
and
going
they
to look like
appear
that.
every
You know what I'm
few
saying?
years. You
I feel
should
like
try
for
to
everything
catch
they're
one.
giving us in the game, it's one of them things.
Why would I
And
do
not even
that?
you overlook,
Each
but it's
key
just
will
like.
lead you to a locked cabinet somewhere in the castle.
As long as the combat's
If
fire, the
you can manage to
exploration,
get
you know what I'm
the
saying?
key
There's
to
so
the
much
cabinet
stuff.
lock, not an easy
I
task.
feel like this is how
You may
Horizon's
find
lip
a
syncing was
reward.
in the first game as well. But I do like the different narrative choices. Hopefully, this makes a big difference in like your outcomes.
Perhaps I'll give it a go.
I hope you do. In fact, I think I heard one of the keys in the astronomy tower. You should listen for them.
So those kind of side quests are really, it's a cool way to interact with your fellow students, with perhaps other teachers, with, you know, various things like that, as well as teach you some more of the secrets of Hogwarts, I think. There's a
in this
little
case,
bit of that.
absolutely.
Yeah.
So the students are a way to kind of like flesh out the school opportunities around it, what we can do, and then those interactions, different interactions with different characters can also offer different choice points for the player, and then some of those things can affect things game wide. Some of these affect characters' lives, the ending of the game.
And sometimes it's just about
What?
you being
Wait.
a bit of a
It's
nice
just about
guy
the
or just
mission.
being a jerk.
Yes, absolutely. So the scale really varies. But
It sounded like he
but,
wanted to
but those
stop.
opportunities-
Yeah, well, he wanted to say something else, but had to stop.
This.
This is the Dada Defense Against the Dark Arts
Power.
Tower, which this is one of my favorite locations in the castle. Just visually, you come in here and just the richness of
It
this
is
area.
very iconic, very unique to anywhere else in the castle.
Somebody else that we can talk to, notably a younger student.
Yeah, she looks like a first year or an 11-year-old.
Are you all right?
Don't you know who I am? Zenobia Noak, the girl whom everyone at school hates for no reason.
Everyone hates you. Why?
Because Hogwarts is full of bullies and spoil sports. Leander Pruitt's one of the worst, that no-talent moon mind. I wanted to make some new friends, and so I brought my collection down to the common room. My gobstone collection, that is. I was hoping someone would want to play. Are you familiar with gobstones? Little balls, like marbles. Grand game. And if you lose, they spray you with a foul-smelling liquid.
I haven't much interest in a game that sprays you with odors.
Only if you lose, which I never do. Or at least, not often. People can be so cruel. Just because they're sprayed all over with smelly gobstone spit, it's their own fault for losing. Imelda is one of the worst losers. Everett and Astoria are terrible as well. And now those poor losers have taken my gobstones and hidden them in very high places all over the school.
I'd have done the same.
Sounds as if you caused the smelly situation and they responded accordingly.
I didn't make the rules. Anyway, I can't work out how to get them back on my own. I don't think I know the necessary spells yet. I need someone, perhaps a selfless and talented 5th year to help me.
Oh, I want to hear this.
I'll see what I can do.
I'd
Man
appreciate
still said
the
yes
help.
after
If you
chilling
do
at the whole
find all of my
time.
gobstones, do come and see me again. I'll be back to playing Snake Pit and Jackstone by myself in no time.
I'm guessing
I
all of
love
those
that
narrative
interaction
choices
with
would
her
have still
because
led
there's
you
so
back
many
to
ways
saying
that you
yes.
can go with that. You can
eventually.
you can feel
Like,
for
don't you
her,
have any friends?
You can
Oh
be a
yeah,
jerk
but
to
none
her,
of them
you
are
can
as
be
good
like,
as you.
God,
Something
sounds
like that.
awful. It sounds like you're just mean. Like
Yeah, and your opportunities.
I did like the fact that you can be mean, but I'm hoping that you
That's a
can
good example
decline.
of,
Do you know what I'm saying?
Gobstones,
But without being
too.
penalised.
I
Do you know
know
what I'm
people are
saying?
gonna ask. Gobstones playable? They mentioned it, right?
Yeah. So yeah, Gobstones is one of the things that is not playable in the game. I know we've had to rip the Band-Aid off on a few things. Honestly, it's an amazing thing on the franchise how many things about this like speak to us as fans and that we want to turn into gameplay. And there were calls that we had to make over the course of production of kind of like which things we will and won't include in the bucket, just kind of for the overall health of
Wizard's
the thing.
Chest.
Those are things that aren't featured.
Yeah. They're featured within the world. Right?
I'm glad they're mentioned. They're a part of the wizarding world.
Every single time
Part of
there was something that
students'
we regretted because we couldn't include it. We also tried to figure out a way to make sure that it was included in the narrative, included in the stories, make sure that there's a way to kind of like acknowledge it, touch it, you know, and make it feel like it's definitely part of the world.
And I know here too, we're
I see your
like,
reaction.
you're getting,
I was like, we're in the Defense Against the Dark Arts class. I recognize that staircase to the left where we were just at. Andrew was walking by. I also recognize the dragon at the very top. Oh my gosh.
being in a
Bruv,
classroom.
I want to
it's a good
get in this
opportunity
game,
to
so
talk
I just want to see
about
how deep
classes
they're
work,
taking it,
because we have
bruv.
A lot of questions about that. Is it
Can we make
a schedule-based system?
Horcruxes?
Is it to tell us how classes work?
Yeah, so ultimately we decided not to go.
What's the
sim
multiplayer
route.
like? Is there
So
multiplayer?
I think,
I don't think there is, you know.
speculations
Bruv,
was
there's
they're
got to
trying
be
say,
an online hub
that kind of
where
thing,
us
like,
man can
I miss
explore
class at
together,
this time
bruv.
of day?
There
And
is
that
I need
a day-night cycle.
I need a
there
Red
is a
Dead
day-night
type
cycle,
of
but
open
everything is
world for
very,
this
narrative
situation,
based.
bruv.
And so
No way
there's
they're
a big
going in
mystery
like
going
this on
in
a
the
map,
world,
bruv,
there's
and
something
not having
happening in
that.
the
Do you get what I'm
narrative,
saying?
And we essentially see it as kind of like chapters in that narrative, each chapter of which has a set of missions that you can choose between as you're progressing.
Even if you
through
can
the
only
game,
team
and
up as a team of
classes fit
3,
within that
I'd be
structure.
so into
there
that,
are
bruv.
mainline
3
things
or
that players
even
have to
4,
do,
something like that.
And then classes also appear on the sides as well as optional things that help you advance your spells. It's absolutely true that classes provide all of your major tools throughout the gameplay, your spells, your major abilities. You get to know the professors. Each one of them has these bespoke kind of events and moments in those missions. And then there are also additional opportunities outside of that through kind of like side classroom missions, essentially, where you can learn additional spells or things that you need in your adventure and also get to know the professors better.
And I just want to call out something that Andrew's been kind of showing off, ways to kind of interact with the environment and just engage with the world. And, you know, maybe down there he's sipping some tea with
Victorian high school.
The map looks so legit.
High
bruv.
society.
High
It's
society.
so bloody
It's no wonder
place.
you like this area because we built it.
The
for, like,
detail for me is
purebloods and the Slytherins.
absolutely crazy. And this is just the hub.
Well, like speaking of lived in, like the sound effects.
Why'd you
again,
say this is the hub? This
chatter
is the
of
game, bro.
communication
This is the hub. What do you mean?
and the
We ain't
footsteps,
done
like,
nothing yet.
it just makes
But
it
bro,
feel
but this
more
is it.
alive.
This like everything is like that. Like they've given you the. I feel like they're gonna give you the whole thing. Day one, you can explore everything.
That's
you
what I
need.
mean.
Yeah, bro. Like,
So if this is like the less moving parts of the game, so imagine the parts where you are in combat, the parts where you are.
yeah, I hear what you're
A
saying,
little bit
but
different, and that's mostly to help.
I'm
orient
hoping you
players.
could be able to do
Help you
everything
not get
here
lost,
as well.
But this is Hesperus Hall. That's a little nod from the Marauders, a name that came from the Marauders.
It would be
map.
crazy,
But every
which
hallway
I
will
doubt's
have
going to
a little bit of a
happen
different personality.
if this
and-
gets under attack in the game. I know.
They've got to do it.
Yeah.
They've got to do it.
does.
Why not?
Hogwarts has character. Hogwarts is its
Bro,
own
we've got to have
character wherever you
events.
go.
Yeah.
Like, oh yeah, for the
Just
next
a
2
little bit
months,
different.
Hogwarts is under
Take
attack,
care
bro.
of
Like
magic
real-time
happens
events in the
and
game.
it's
Do
going
you know what I'm
to
saying?
grow into
Bro, I'm here for
I
that,
heard
bro.
something
Oh
there.
man, I'm about to get this iPad out
Speaking of
and
magic,
start. Bro, I might
Mr.
pre-order
Magic
this thing
himself.
right now.
My future poltergeist too.
You know, we talked about building on lore too. I know there's that statue over to the
Oh,
side.
yeah.
That's
Do you know who that is?
Lachlan the Lanky,
Yeah,
and he's
yeah.
got his Bowtruckle friend. And I think if players don't know, there's another
Well,
Revelio
sorry.
page there.
Yeah, there's a map of Argyllshire. We know the fat lady hides
It
there.
hides behind it. That's right.
The F word.
Third book. But sometimes a hallway has personality by how it looks, or we just passed a music hallway where the portraits have kind of taken it over, and so the sound makes it really unique.
All right, I gotta call this out here. I know there's been some criticism in the past that our trailers and our gameplay and what we've shown so far has not had enough owls. Okay, so here we
I
are.
thought he was gonna go in
at
deep, you
the
know, man. I said
owlry.
owls.
Looking directly at the owlry to show you all of the owls.
That looks legit though. I'm glad he was like, guys,
I love the fog rolling.
need more owls.
Great call.
Nah, bruv, it's
Great
one of
call.
them ones. The
I
fans
also-
just
I also
moving
love
mad
that
and he's
as
trolling them, but I
one
love
of my
it.
favorite things about
I'm here looking at
just
the
kind of
collector's
going around
edition.
on the outside of the school
Comes with
is
a
that all
Dark
those
Arts
things that I
pack.
see are places that I can
Jeez,
go to.
that book
that I
though.
can visit. I
Yeah.
just love that sensation knowing that that
Oi!
Scottish
I need the Dark
countryside.
Arts cosmetics
We're
still.
kind of closing out our mini
Dark Arts
tour of
Battle
Hogwarts,
Arena.
and again, it was but a fraction.
My collector's
of,
edition for next year is gonna be Final
enormous
Fantasy 16, but it has
castle, but we're closing
Did
it
you
out
only
here
get one
in the
collector's
clock
edition a
tower.
year?
Yeah, it depends on the
another
game and it depends on the
recognizable
year.
location,
Then I'm like,
but this
boom.
is where
Bam.
Crosswalk,
I was able to get
which is
Elden
the
Rings one.
Secret,
That shit
not so
is
secret
fucking
dueling
huge.
club is that the students have put together.
Man.
Professors
I
definitely
don't
know
know.
about it, but they think they're being clever. And it's run by this Luke and Brattleby here.
who's in a younger year, but we kind of like that that he's running things.
Hello, Lucan. May I use the training dummy?
Of course. I'll fetch it and give you a list of combinations to practice. Ready to have a try now?
That would be wonderful.
Be sure to cast all your spells before the dummy lands. If you need to stop practicing before you finish all of them, let me know.
And this is a really good opportunity to now jump into combat, because really in the game this is going to be the first time where you yourself get to learn about combat and combos in a big way and in a new way. For me personally, this was where the game like really starts to open up to the possibilities.
Yeah. So we've set up a training dummy, and this is kind of an activity where you're supposed to execute according to kind of the iconography on the top. Now, what we see on the top is the Accio spell, followed by 4 what we just kind of lovingly refer to as basic shots. There are certain spells what the wizards kind of like use, just kind of fling. Andrew's using one now. And you trigger that by tapping R2 on your controller. So you can see in the corner R2. So if you tap R2, that throws out a basic shot. But that R2 is also your gateway to all of the spells that you might slot. So if you hold R2 instead, you can see how the diamond expands.
Jeez.
And if we let go, you see how it contracts.
Yeah.
And so if you hold it again, it expands. And so when it expands, then all the spells that you slotted while you're holding that button can now be tapped with your face buttons.
Awesome.
And not only that, but over the course of the game, you can gain additional spell diamonds, up to 4 additional ones, so that you can slot up to 16 spells, pretty much
I was gonna say, what are your face
instantly. And then that
buttons
helped us,
doing?
fulfill the fantasy of
When
in
they're
combat,
not.
I
That's
need to
what
be
I
able to
was.
access
That's what I
things
wanted to know.
very rapidly.
Yeah.
And so you learn over the course of these events, how to juggle not just the spell casting, but also it reinforces an understanding of another feature of the wheel, which is their cooldowns. So as you're casting spells, just to make sure that you're not just kind of like repeatedly using one thing over and over and over again. You can see cooldowns on the spells that he's using on the wheel. And then as you progress through the game, there are different things that can affect things like cooldowns through your talents, different things that allow you to kind of like juggle.
Oh my god, the customization if you combat.
R2 and you tap the D-pad, it will switch between your other diamonds if you've unlocked them. And that's how you access all those.
Okay, so yeah, boom, like that. You're switching to the.
Looks like we're about to get
That's
some
tough.
action over here.
Yeah.
This is going to be so good.
He tapped R2 and it did the fire one, but how did he set it to do just that fire one?
I think that's just the default.
Okay, so if he hit R2 when he was running around the school, that would have pulled, that would have done the basic thing.
Awesome.
Well done,
Andrew.
And that's just against the dummy, but I mean...
Combinational moves!
Enough practice. You looked good out there.
Thank you, Lucan.
I say better to discover one's weaknesses during practice than during a duel. You'll be a fearsome challenger now.
I think now we can take on something a little more challenging. It's going to shoot back.
Now let's talk about some more features of the combat system.
Hello, Lucan. Is the next round of crossed wands all set?
Why, yes it is. I've got a great match lined up. Ready for another round?
We're on a PS5 dev kit here, so we're going to be able to kind of pause the action and talk about what you're seeing on the screen, because there's about to be a lot going on.
Sebastian.
All right, here you can select if you want to fight with somebody else, some of your classmates. But in this case, we're not. We want that action to feel a little more frantic towards you to really get you that sense of combat.
Dread.
So apparently you've got quite the reputation because they've got you up against 3 people.
Off the jump.
Man said, all right,
so
my
I can explain this just because I know people are going to go into it, but we can probably just kind of jump in. So you're not the only one that has Protego and the ability to deflect. The enemies do too. And we actually play with that when it comes to the spell casting. So you notice that there are different colored kind of shields around the different characters. And you also notice that your spells have different colors on them. So to help players understand kind of like the function of their spells, we're trying to put them into brackets. So there are damage spells, there are force spells, there are, I'm forgetting the other one all of a sudden.
Did he just counter a spell?
Yes, brother, now she's up in the air, fam.
Also being a color indicator for which actual spell to use to break the different shields.
I love that you can do everything they can do. It's one of my my biggest things about games and fighting enemies.
We've got this paused here now, and you can kind of see all the elements on the screen, the halo around the avatar's head, each of the different shields, to kind of give us a breakdown of what's going on.
Give us a breakdown of different things that you're saying.
Counter,
so
that's
you notice
mostly
at the top that we're kind of like calling out which enemy you currently have targeted and their level and health, and so as you target different characters, you'll be able to get that breakdown. The halo over your head, whenever an enemy is about to attack, it's almost like you have a little bit of a sixth sense for those things that are coming. If you see the halo, it means there's an incoming attack, and if you tap the triangle button by default, then you'll be able to deflect that attack that comes in and off with the Protego.
And I love that deflect where it goes off and like hits things up and breaks
But also, if you
attention to detail is so
mad. It doesn't just deflect; it also deflects and turns around with a counter attack, stupefy, that actually stuns the enemy.
Yes, I was wondering why she was up in the air. I love that.
So if you're focused on a character, and you're doing your thing, and someone else attacks you, you can actually turn that attack into a direct attack on them.
Just want to take numbers off.
Back into gameplay here. Andrew's gonna.
Let's go!
Hey,
no, he went stupid with it. Come on.
Oh, god damn.
Hit the potion.
Yeah, we really felt like
So there's a combo system as well that you didn't want to get into, but
what? The cooldown.
No, so there's
combo
the health.
5.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's this element of kind of like fencing from a very great distance.
That's such a good call.
And
fencing
there are a lot
from
of,
a great distance.
A lot of things that with our controls and combat system in order to kind of capitalize on that idea that's pretty unique to the Wizarding world.
Yes. Well, perhaps you should try that next time. The other duelists have already taken notice of you, but after that last round, they'll really have it in for you. You'd better keep practicing if you want a chance at winning, or at least surviving the next round. I'll let you know when we're ready. Hope to see you then. The next round is for all the gobstones, so to speak.
I can't wait, man. This is looking too good.
That is more or less gonna wrap it up.
And I'm not
for
playing
us
it day
for
one. I'm
now.
actually kind of
We want to
pissed.
show you character creator.
By the time
tour
you get
of
into the
Hogwarts,
game.
and just that little taste of combat. We didn't want to leave you without.
Just know.
Bro, I'm so angry.
Bro, I'm gonna be the darkest wizard in it. Yo. There's gonna be legends about me, fam. Trust me. Trust me.
Yo. Yeah,
Every game's getting, bro. It's all shut down.
I'm angry.
It's all shut down.
I'm angry. I'm angry. This
Owl
good.
mail. There's the owlry again. Yes. All of the owls.
Yo.
But yeah, just heading out here again to show you.
I've got to make a calendar
because
this is mad.
The world beyond Hogwarts, and
man,
this is not somewhere where we're going today. But, we will definitely be taking you in the future.
Everywhere you can see, you can go. I can't wait for
Glimpse
the
at
year
scale
2
of the castle
expansion.
back there. All right, so we're gonna wrap things up here.
Is that a thing?
But,
I'm making it.
I was like, yo!
Bruv, nah,
I said year 2.
They've got to, bruv. They've got to. They've got to.
questions
This
here
game's
at
got
the
to
end
last
of
for like a
things.
decade,
So
bro.
while we're done with what we're showing on the gameplay side, I know there's a few things that you want to pick Alan and Boston's brains.
This has got to be the Elden Ring for 2023, you know. Not gonna lie. 2023 is stacked.
All right, so some of these questions we did pull from the community secretly, but I did pull from the community. So,
and also from, I mean, going through this, I feel like you've come up with some things you want to talk a little more about. I'm sure.
Elaborate on, because we went through
He's on it.
Customization, Hogwarts itself, and even combat. So this would be like for the both of you guys. Will we be able to go back and change our character creation if we don't like it?
So not everything, but there are certain things with hairstyle, hair color, so kind of like core shapes, you know, like with the body and face, not after the fact.
Okay.
But there are lots of things. There's kind of like a barbershop
said
in
body.
Hogsmeade that you can go to, and
course,
inside
there's a
of
wizard
there,
So there should be body customization.
Yeah.
You said
You
that.
change your hair color for holidays or something, right?
Oh
That's
my
just
gosh,
hilarious.
that would be so
She's
cool.
hilarious.
And the game features a lot of appearance customization in it. So there's a ton of options there. But that's in terms of like your character and stuff that you have the character creator. It's like a smaller set of what you saw there.
Okay. Oh my gosh.
So
Awesome,
yeah,
awesome.
I'm
Next
guessing they haven't
question,
done
what
the.
Yeah, they
kind
showed
of
it. I love that.
leisurely activity can we do? Can we study with our free time? I mean, what will we be doing just hanging out in Hogwarts?
Buddy!
Because as you progress through the game, there's a bunch of different missions that open up. Most of them are driven by different characters' personalities. You know, some of them want help getting up to hijinks, or some of them want to just explore secrets in the castle because there are new secrets in our castle to explore. And so, so I think there's a bunch of things to do. And when it comes to class, as I mentioned earlier, it's not just kind of like the mainline stuff. There are kind of like extracurricular assignments, some of which are optional, some of which are kind of like blockers for main mission. Kind of like you can't go on this mission until you have the spell. And then the spell is open, you know, the assignment and how you complete it with your professor. And so there are opportunities to study, so to speak, like with that. But they do all take the form of our mission structure.
As you mentioned earlier. Wow. Let's get into some combat right quick. Do spells have different levels, or are they all equal?
Spells have different levels,
Must
or are
do.
they all equal? I'm trying to think of how to describe that. So each spell has kind of like its own core identity and what it does in the game with regards to both kind of like puzzling, world exploration, and enemy combat and all that kind of stuff. And then it's through the talent system. Right? When you go into that, it's kind of like each of those spells has ways to kind of like advance and grow and change. And as you spend talents, in some cases, it even changes like the way you approach the battlefield and things like that. So I'd say that's no more true than with like dark arts, for example. And as you go down that line and you kind of play around with those talents, it really does start to kind of like affect.
I'm
how
so,
you approach
bruv.
combat.
Okay, yeah.
They can't, bro.
Yeah, they can. I'm all dark arts in it, fam.
This is amazing. This is too good to be true, surely.
It might be dark arts and herbology for me, fam. Something like that.
I want to close off with this question, and this will be for everybody, and we'll start with Boston. With this game that you guys have been working on for however long, and the excitement you guys have, what's one aspect of Hogwarts Legacy that you are excited for the fans?
Me, it's definitely. I'll say combat.
I think I'm just excited for the fans to play through the world, specifically the castle, and maybe go read those books again. I hope that whether you're already a fan and love this game, or this is your first introduction into the world, I hope they just point at each other in the best way possible. And I'm just excited for fans to get to finally go to Hogwarts and feel like they can own it and live there. I've lived there for 5 years. It's a great place to
Not
live.
even in development for 5 years then.
Official 5th year.
It's really funny because I want to give a different answer and I will, but I actually feel like the most honest answer is really similar, because my favorite thing when running around, playing the game, and getting to know Hogwarts the way Boston knows it, because she knows the school and the lore better than I do, and thank God, because you want the person architecting it to really know that. But when I rewatch the films or I'm rereading passages from the books, there's a different relationship to those things having played the game.
Right.
And so it's really looking over the edge and seeing location. I'm like, oh my God, I'm right there. And in the movie saying, I know it's around that corner in the film. Like if you go down this way, there's actually a thing over here, and there's this person over here, and this thing happens.
That's tough. I'm watching the movies again. Do you know what? Prisoner of Azkaban does that perfectly, like laying out how the castle works. That's my
and then the quick answer, just to have something different, is I just love being on a broom. I just love looking at the whole world and just being like, okay, I can just go.
I can go there.
That vantage point,
Jesus.
There's just something exhilarating about it that feels very different in that kind of open air and on that thing.
Said open
like,
air, you know?
And wrapping it up, for me, it's just bringing the community together with it and sharing those stories, because it is your story, and you are going to be writing. This is your unique experience within this, and even within the things that are the same, it's going to be your unique experience. It's different from mine. It's different from. We're all approaching it from different places, and I think that's going to be really cool, the way that everybody brings those things together. All right, and that's everything that we have to show you today. I know maybe it wasn't everything you wanted to see, but it was a whole lot of stuff. Character
what do you
creator,
mean? We saw bears,
tour
bro.
of Hogwarts there, just a small part of it, a little bit of combat. And we do have some more stuff coming up for you in the future. Hogwarts Legacy releases on February 10th, 2023, and is available for pre-order now. But that's going to do it from us. We're going to leave you with a little something else. But for now, bye.
R.I.P. Valentine's Day.
Oh, God. Valentine's Day ain't been a thing for me for years. This just looks crazy. Every aspect they've shown thus far has just been amazing. I'm like, it just goes to show when you put the lore that you like and the love you want to put into it at the same time, you create something like, oh shoot, they missed that part out, didn't they? Man, is this a steelbook out there somewhere? I'm about to get it still.
No, I love this, man. No, I definitely hear what you're saying, man. When you're, listen, bro, and I feel like this is the best thing to do in terms of when you're working with an IP that is large in something else, like with movies or novels or whatever, bruv. Taking that, finding the correct gameplay mechanics for it and linking the lore to it, do you know what I'm saying? And these men have done this perfectly, bruv. It's like they've got a full understanding of how Harry Potter, just the wizarding world works firstly, and what gameplay mechanics are gonna enhance this. Like they're doing everything that normal games do. There's collectibles, there's combat, but the collectibles are tightly, the narrative of you being a 5th year student is tied into the narrative of someone giving you a book that has everything already almost laid out in what you need to do to catch up. So once you've got 100%, you've only then realistically just caught up to the other students. And that's completing their game. That's what gives me hope for a year 2 and a year 1, because it's like, here's your 6th year. Here's your 7th year. Like, do you know what I'm saying? They should really be like trying to graduate people from Hogwarts and making us think, bruv!
Bro,
That's what we're doing, bro.
I love it,
man.
Fam. Yeah, for sure. Like, for me, I've always been like about combat, and just the fact that obviously we see it in the movies and stuff, The translation from the movies to here, though.
This is better.
I
This is better.
never fathomed
That how good it could be.
Yeah.
Yes.
Even like obviously you've seen the gameplay stuff before, but the fact that they've now shown us there's like even a counter system.
The counter system's mad because from watching that, I don't think I know I wouldn't have picked it up that's what it was, and I love how they've added something like that's in Harry Potter. Do you know what I'm saying? The symbols and all of that. And it's like, yeah, bruv, yeah, the symbol pops up, you know to count now. But the fact that it's like different elements.
Oh, the colours and...
Yeah, so listen, I use a green shield, I use a red shield.
Yeah.
Boom, I'm deflecting this here. This is added stupefier. So you've already got, in the effect I counter with this, you are immobilized for this amount of time.
Yeah, exactly.
Can you customize that to, this is a almost instant kill against weak opponents? Do you know what I'm saying? Because like in Hogwarts, and it's like almost Voldemort never says Avacadabra. Do you know? Well, he says it, but not all the time. And there's times he does it to weaker people, and it just kills them without saying it. I'd like almost an evolution of that in a game. And I think the question about do different spells have different levels, I think that's what that was alluding to. Like if I've got a level like Avacadabra's got to be the strongest, one of the strongest spells in the game. If I do that to a weak leveled opponent, does it instant kill him? Do you know what I'm saying? Like, there's the
levels,
the beasts, the creatures. There's so much stuff in the game
so
that they didn't even go over, bro.
That's what I'm saying. Like they briefly just showed us. Man was saying, "Oh, I want to be on a broom."
Yeah,
but he's out here on a fucking griffin, bro. Like...
But you know what? Yeah, as I was looking up the pre-order bonus, you can get one of the other things to fly. I can't remember what it's called. The ones that are invisible unless you've seen death.
No way.
Yes. I've seen it on them. I'm getting it. That and the dark, bruv, I'm telling you. Gryffindor, top student in Dark Arts.
Wow.
That's how it's going down for me.
Wow.
And I'm finding the Half-Blood Prince's book. In fact, that book's not even been read yet.
Yes.
So I'm gonna write the one. I'm gonna write it. I don't know what we're gonna come up. We're gonna come up with the name for the book, but I'm doing it all. I'm here, bruv. It's over.
This is going to be good stuff for 2023.
What game comes out after? Oh man,
Forspoken.
No. Forspoken comes out before this, right?
No, after. Oh, before. There we go. Before. That's why I'm screwed.
Yeah. That's fine. You do your thing. Bro,
I got my magic here.
You got your magic over there. I'll get my magic here, fam.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm saying like after this, besides Star Wars, what other game comes out for the rest?
There's loads. There's Resident Evil. There's Final Fantasy. Bro, these
are all you games.
That's what I'm saying. Like, yeah. I need to count them because like almost each month there's something dropping, and I can't, man. Unless I start cloning myself, it's impossible.
I'm trying to take on Hogwarts Legacy and Star Wars, and I'm good. Anyway, bruv, this has been fire.
Super legit.
Listen, shout out to everyone who's been requesting us to watch this. Listen, we was going to get round to it, and we're going to continually be watching all of the Hogwarts Legacy content, all that, and all the other games. So make sure you're subscribed so you're not missing anything. Hit the thumbs up, because I know you love the video, and press the notification bell to get notified every time we drop a banger. Also, if you want to request what we're watching, if there's some sort of gameplay video, cinematic trailer, or anything that we need to watch, make sure you're requesting it on patreon.com/TheCyberNerdsGaming. The Cybernerds Gaming. Other than that, fellow students of Hogwarts, I will see you there. J1 further the Cybernerds.
Sam, Mr. Blitztech.
Yo. Kill a man by accident. Yo, cut it off, bro.